Hey everyone, thanks for coming back. Today is day 3 of Junk Journal January, and today's prompt is throwback. So I kind of racked my brain a little bit, wasn't real sure what to do, and I found a project that I did years ago when I very first started junk journaling. So that's what we're going to make today. It's just a little fold out kind of tri-fold pocket type thing. So that's what we're going to do. So I have paper, and I was going to use a digital, and then I was just going to use plain paper. And then I'm like, no, you know what? It's throwback. It's supposed to be kind of retro, so I'm going with scrapbook paper. So this one I feel like will go with the journal pretty well because I have some flowers and some pink colors to it. And it's just really pretty. So the paper, it's going to depend a little bit on the size journal that you need. But for my journal that I'm working in, remember it's 8 inches by like 5 1/4. So my paper needs to be, smaller than this on the 8.5 inch side. So I'm going to cut it down to about 7 inches. Okay, so I'm back. I don't know what happened. My camera shut off, but that's okay. We're just going to pick up where I left off. So I went ahead and I cut my paper. It's going to measure 7 inches on the short side, and it's going to measure 11 inches on the long side. So now we're going to take it to the scoreboard, and it doesn't really, like, if you have a directional paper, you want to make for sure that this side here that goes against the corner is going to be the up direction, I guess, because it's going to fold out this way. With this one, it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it like this anyways. So we're going to score it at 1.5 inches. We're going to score it at 4 1/4. We're going to score at 7 inches. And we're going to score at 9.5 inches. Okay, so now just go ahead and reinforce your score lines, and then we'll fold it the way it goes in a second. All right, so now we have this. So this part here, this little area that's 1.5 inches, that's what's going to be held down to our paper. So we're just going to accordion fold it on top of each other. And then this little spot here, this is going to be like our little pull tab. So it's going to fold out like this. And then you also have room on the back to journal or, put pictures, whatever you want to do. And then this here, we're just going to glue it down like a little tuck spot. So instead of it being like a full-on pocket, like I said at the beginning, it's kind of just like a little tuck. So now that we have it all folded and everything, let's figure out where we're going to put it. Now for this, unless you score it backwards, you're going to want to have it on a page that opens this way. You could flip it around if your paper doesn't matter directionally, and you could have it on this side, whatever you want to do. But for now, I'm going to have it on this side of the paper. So we probably want it kind of close to the edge, not real close, centered in the middle. And I'm just going to fold it up like this. And then when we unfold it, we have our area for our little tuck spot. So what we could do is we could kind of background stamp this, or we could collage on it a little bit. I kind of think on the paper, and if you hear anything, my furnace just kicked on and it's super loud. On the paper, because it's just plain white, I just want to use like a background stamp. And it's just like leaves and spirals, and I'm going to use gold ink because I think it would be really pretty. It's like a gold metallic-y kind of color, and I just really enjoy it, and I think it'll look really pretty on this paper. So I'm just going to lay a piece of paper down, that way I can stamp off and around. And the stamping is definitely not going to be perfect, and that's actually better. I would rather have it kind of random and wonky. And I don't want it real dark. So if you don't want it real dark, I wouldn't suggest using a super inky pad. Now you could also use multiple colors. That would be kind of cool. See, like this one, it's not really coming out. This isn't probably the greatest stamp alive. But it's just giving like a tad bit of kind of interest on the backing, which is good. That's kind of just all I'm going for. Is just some random stamping. Okay, I think that's good. Now, on our book page, I'm gonna let this dry for a minute. On our book page, I just want to do a little bit of collage. So let me grab my scrap bin, and I'm gonna come right back. Okay, so I have the bin sitting next to me, and I'm just gonna pull out some random things, and I don't even think I'm gonna do the whole entire page. I might just randomly place things, and I'm just gonna put it down with my glue stick, and I'm not gonna ink any of the scraps that I put down or anything like that. Just going to randomly place it. And let me work on this, and I'll come back when I'm done and I'll show you how I did the paper. Okay, so this is how I did it. I didn't even go all the way to the edges. I kind of just did almost like a frame, center frame effect. And it's just barely smaller than the fold out itself. So I think once it's opened, it'll look really pretty. There we go. Okay. So yeah, you can see a little bit when it's glued down and not opened, and then when you open it all the way, you'll be able to see more of it, and I think it'll be really good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly ink around this, and I am going to glue this down just on 3 sides, and then I'll come right back. All right, guys, I'm back. So I went ahead and glued my paper down like I said I was gonna. I put a paper clip here because until it gets kind of smushed, it just keeps bouncing up. So I figured I would just do like a little paper clip, and then at some point in time, maybe I would just decorate one. Maybe it'll be one of our prompts. I'm not really sure. But I glued it down. I went ahead and made a super simple journal card. I just cut a piece of scrapbook paper, rounded the corners, put some paper, it's a little bluish, but just some plain paper on it, and a little sticker, and it's the perfect size to fit in here. But without it, this is how it looks. So here's our little fold out, and we have the stamping on the side, and that gold ink. I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera, but it's like super metallic-y, and it looks really pretty. And then it'll fold out this way, and you can decorate it. You could put pictures on it. You could just put some embellishments on it. This paper is light enough you can totally journal on it. And then our collage underneath, I think, looks really cool. And then we'll stick our little journal card in. And that, I think, is all we're going to do for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. That way you never miss a video that I upload for the Junk Journal January challenges, or any of the other challenge videos that I do, or any of the other junk journaling, crafting, scrapbooking videos that I post and put out there for you guys. So until hopefully tomorrow, happy crafting. Bye.